What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Amber on AG's Real, and today I'm coming to you with something a little different than what I normally discuss. And for you all that are subscribers, you know that my channel deals primarily with health and different factors of health and things that can affect it and how we can deal with those properly. Today I'll be talking about health, but it'll be a different form of health. I'll be talking about community health. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because as a journalist, I have noticed in the media there has been a lot of discussion about the Oscars and this being the second year that there has been a lack of diversity. And Jada Pinkett Smith put out a video regarding it. And then the old Aunt Viv from Fresh Prince, Miss Janet Hubert, she put out a video regarding it. And now people are asking Chris Rock to step down. And it's just a big thing that's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Round one. So what I first want to say is this. I hate to say this. I really do, because I have respect for both of the ladies that commented on this. I have to say this. Unfortunately, I myself do truly feel that part of the reason why Jada is making this stand now is because it affected her husband. And the reason why I'm saying that is this has happened for the second year in a row. And last year, Mrs. Smith did not say anything. Not only that, also, when African Americans have won Oscars in the past, unfortunately, they were for demeaning roles in some ways. Halle Berry with Monsters Ball, she had to sleep with a white guy. Jennifer Hudson was entertaining and singing. The Help, Octavia Spencer, she won it for being a maid. Now, you do have a few standouts here. You know, you have Jamie Foxx doing Ray Charles, but even that's doing a singer. It's just, why do you have to always sing and dance or commingle with the other race in order to win an award? It bothers me. So, even though I understand her point, and Jada Pinkett Smith, Mrs. Smith has some good points, I kind of have to look at her motives a bit. Now, with Mrs. Janet Hubert, she had points also. Do not get me wrong. However, I must say, as somebody that in the past has been known to bring up old stuff, really it's not smart. Nope, not a good idea. Because unfortunately, it just exposes the fact that you ain't over it. It happened almost 30 years ago, Mrs. Hubert. You can't keep discussing your issues with Will Smith on The Fresh Prince. I hate to say it, but it killed her argument. Because I'm thinking, oh yeah, she has a point. Oh yeah, she's making sense. Then all of a sudden, I remember when we wanted wages and he said that his deal was his deal. He ain't the first black person to say, you do you, I do me, and he ain't gonna be the last. That's not saying it's right, but that's just saying it's the truth of the matter. So I hate to say it, both ladies, even though I agree with some of their points, their motives made me kind of go, Now, with them discussing Chris Rock, I myself truly do feel that Chris Rock should continue to host the Oscars, and I'm going to tell you why. We as people have always wanted to boycott, and I understand that. However, one thing I've learned from having a hard life is that you make a strong statement when you refuse to be pushed out and moved away from where you are. When you decide to stick it out and use your haters as your motivators and you push through regardless, you make people uncomfortable. And when people get uncomfortable, then people have to think about their decisions and how they can improve on what they are doing. I feel Chris Rock should host and make everybody uncomfortable, and he's the perfect man to do it. Anybody that has seen his stand-up knows that he keeps it real. He's the perfect man to do it. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And I will say, there were people this year that should have gotten nominated. Idris Elba. I heard Beast No Nation, no joke. Creed. Nominated. Straight Outta Compton made over $100 million. Critically acclaimed. The guy that played Eazy-E should definitely have been nominated. Because the simple fact is, he acted his butt off. However, we have to think about it from the point of view of we've allowed it all this time and now we're calling for change. It's going to be kind of hard for people to get used to that. Now, I'm going to say this final thing. I'm going to make this quick. Mrs. Stacey Dash, who commented on the Oscars and brought up getting rid of the BET and getting rid of Black History Month. I'm going to say this. Woo-sa. The reason why we have a BET is because they would not put us on the TV screen for years. Now, I understand that BET is owned by Viacom now, and to be perfectly honest, since BET got sold to Viacom, BET ain't been the same. However, that don't mean you get rid of it. You get it back to where it was originally with the quality of the product. With Black History Month, they only talk about that Black History Month. Well, realize this, if they only discuss us during Black History Month, if we get Black History Month, they won't discuss us at all. And my simple thing is, do not sit here and act like you do not benefit from this, because Black people, before you opened your mouth, Mrs. Dash, loved you. It gets on my nerves, but the simple fact is, don't come on Black programming and do Black publications when it fits you, but all of a sudden you want to go on Fox News. And as a journalist, that in itself makes me go, ugh. Fox News, and then want to start talking like you are a house slave. It does not make sense. Especially due to the fact that she should have done her research before she opened her mouth. Her manager should have told her, due to your previous involvement with the Black community, you shouldn't say that. Bad move on your part, Stacey Dash, and your manager should be fired. That's all I have to say. I hope that this gets resolved, and if it does not, I hope that we as a community remain healthy and remain unified and stop dividing ourselves over small stuff. Because Jada and Janet, them doing this as two Black women that have been successful, that's not cool. So we have to come together as a community. Now, as always, stay blessed, stay Black. And remember, 2016 can bring a new you, but only if you allow it. Peace, y'all.